Hi, I'm Joe, and today I am doing the Reader Confessions tag. This was originally started by Bookish Cinders, and I saw it on Akossiwa's channel, so I thought I would do it. I need some more videos for Vlogmas, and I love a good tag. So this is a really short one. The first question is, have you ever damaged your own book? Yes. If you consider writing in them damaged, and I consider that damaging a book. I don't write in many books. A, I have a copy of Frankenstein that I write in, and I have a copy of The Great Gatsby that I write in. I only have one copy of Fahrenheit 451, but I just kept putting so many post-its in the book when I was reading it that I just had to start writing in it. Maybe someday I'll find a nice, beautiful edition, but for now it's written in, and I surprisingly really enjoy those copies that are written in. They just add a little bit more to the book. Not that I'm going to go around writing in all of my books. I am not writing in one of my Pride and Prejudice books. I just can't do that yet. Question 2. Have you ever damaged a borrow book? No, I do not like borrowing books. I do borrow books from the library, and I am very careful with them. I am very careful and anal about my own books, taking care of them and making sure the edges aren't bent and not creasing the spine. And I am the same way with library books. Nope, I'm very careful. How long does it take you to read a book? It depends on how long it is and exactly what I'm doing. It might just take me a day, or it could take me a few days, but it usually doesn't take me longer than 4 or 5 days to read a book. I read Retribution Falls, which is around 500 pages, maybe 450 pages or so. I read that one in 3 or 4 days, and Like Water for Chocolate, I think it's somewhere around 200 pages. I read that in one day, like an afternoon, evening. So if I'm into a book, I am reading that sucker. I have no self-control. I can't stop reading. I also don't watch much TV. Question number 4, books you haven't finished. I did not finish Wicked. I actually got rid of that book. I love musicals. I have not seen the Wicked musical, but when I saw the book, I thought, oh, well, I'll read the book. I could not get into it. It was just too weird. Catch-22 just seemed like it was dragging and dragging. I do want to try rereading that someday soon. And Freedom by Jonathan Franzen. I just can't with him. I just can't. Nope. Question number 5. Hyped or popular books you didn't like? The Catcher in the Rye. Was Freedom hyped? Because I didn't like that either. Classics you didn't enjoy? The Catcher in the Rye. I just do not like Holden Caulfield. Holden was just he is the OG emo kid. Nope, can't handle it. Cannot handle that whininess. I mean, if he was a band, he would be Nickelback. I mean, just wah, wah. No. No, you know how Nickelback songs are whiny. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Ugh! What are some emo bands? I don't even know. Search. Emo. Emo hardcore, isn't that like an oxymoron? Question number 7. Books you bought just for the intellectual-ness of it all. I don't really know what that means. I got Jane Austen's England for the intellectual-ness so I could learn more about Jane Austen's England. And I also have Jane Austen's World, the life and times of England's most popular author. A short guide to writing about literature. I don't know why I have this book. What is literature and why write about it? The final question is, any books you haven't given back? No. I have always given back books. If I have something of someone else's in my house, I like to give it back as soon as possible, partly because it will get lost somewhere and I'll forget, and then I'll feel really bad when I find it because I've kept it for such a long time. And then also just because I don't like lots of stuff. just sitting around. If I have something for someone, it goes in a bag and it's hung on a doorknob so that I take it and at least it's in my car. One time though, when I was a teenager, the library said that I borrowed a videotape that I did not borrow. And I said, but I didn't borrow it. And she says, well, it says that you borrowed it. And I said, but I didn't. I never have seen that movie in my life. And she kept insisting that I borrowed it. And so I wasn't allowed to check anything out. So I didn't go back to the library until after I got married and had a different name. I really should have probably told my mom about that so she could have gone in and dealt with it. But I felt really bad. Like I cried, not right there. I left and cried because I couldn't get anything at the library anymore. It was awful. And I didn't even borrow that video. I was wrongly accused because, of course, computer systems never mess up. So those are my reader confessions. With the holidays, I get nervous about tagging people because I don't want people to feel pressured that they have to do a video when, there's all this other stuff going on. If you want to do this video, I suggest you do it and I tag you. Let me know what one of your confessions is down below, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Woo! Shoot. Stuck on a book. Shit. Wow, I have to edit this video a lot.